dementia researcher with a blog and a rating.
Why Some People Say No to Research and How We Can Respond by Emma Law. We have used due diligence in recruiting participants to a suitable trial. We have ensured that the person is able to be part of the trial by pre-screening them for their suitability. We may have used a trial recruitment tool like Join Dementia Research, and the person has matched on that. They may have attended a clinic and been asked by their clinician or GP whether they would be interested in research. As researchers, we then approach the person and they say they do not want to be part of this trial. What do we do now? Well, we would want to find out why the person does not want to take part in the trial. There are many reasons that could be explored, and for some of them, it may result in the person deciding they will take part. I will explore some of the main reasons people may not want to be part of a trial. If a partner is required, is there an issue with this? Does the person have a partner who's willing and able to take part? If not, is there someone who has contact with that person for 12 hours per day, per week, or whatever the protocol stipulates? Are they worried that the partner is not able to commit to the number of visits required? This can be explored with the potential participant and their partner. Is the partner putting pressure on the person to not participate? It may be that speaking to the partner will ease any issues which can be addressed. Are any other members of the family putting pressure on them not to be part of research, despite their wish to do so? Again, this can be further explored with the person or people who are not happy about their loved one being a research participant. Are they worried about the financial implications? You can go over that with them. Any travel will be reimbursed. That if required, overnight stays, they too will be reimbursed. Any reasonable out-of-pocket expenses will be reimbursed. Food and drink will be provided, as most clinical research companies have budget for this. Sometimes visits can be conducted to suit a person's work life or other commitments. Some visits may even be able to be done at the participant's own home. Do they understand what the research is about? Have they had a look at the patient information leaflet, and if so, do they understand what it says? Would talking them through it help with their understanding and make them more amenable to taking part? Can the team allay any fears about the consequences of taking part? There can be some dire warnings about the health and safety implications, which are a requirement of the study protocol, but things like risk of infection due to blood sample being taken can be explained as the risk of every single procedure has to be looked at, even though the risks are minimal. Are they afraid of some of the procedures specified? This can be in relation to a simple, to us, task, like taking blood, to more complex procedures, such as having a lumbar puncture or a CT scan. By explaining what this means and how this would actually affect a person can help to reduce anxiety around some of these procedures. Also, having some further literature available about some of the more complex procedures can help people to understand what will happen to them during them. You may want to explore with them why they have put themselves on a register to be approached, but then do not want to be part of research. Perhaps they only want to be part of research which involves interviews or questionnaires. In this case, their preferences should be noted. If it's still a hard no, then discussion around what they would want to do and are there any alternatives to them being involved in research without actually being part of a clinical trial. Would they be willing to go on to a patient or expert panel and become part of a patient and public expert group, informing research? Would they be willing to have a look at papers and proposals for research to give their views on suitability or relevance of these proposals, giving the researchers valuable feedback from a different perspective? They may be happy to donate brain tissue after death, although this suggestion needs to be handled sensitively. Finally, you need to ascertain whether they want to be removed from any research lists, or do they need a break from being contacted by researchers, but would be willing to be approached after a period of time has elapsed. If they wish to not be contacted again, then one has to respect this and remove them from any databases they are on, such as Join Dementia Research. I hope this has given you some strategies to think about if someone refuses to be part of a trial. It may just be the wrong one for them, or they may decide that they no longer want to be contacted or be part of research in any way. But ultimately, it comes down to the wishes of that person.
Thank you for listening. Join the Dementia Research bloggers and share your own views.